everybody, this is Sean. Welcome back to the channel, and we're on the Blue Collar Daily Drive. How is everybody doing? I'm having a fabulous day. Look at this beautiful day. I'm having a fabulous day out in my 2019 Mustang GT A10 315 gear, topped off with Edelbrock 2650 TVS in 2 minus 0.5 format. That means stage 2 with the 375 pulley that backed the boost down, and let me tell you, she's got plenty left in the tank, son. If you can blow the tires off doing 89 mile an hour, and they're a 305 Nitto tire, that's all you need, man. It's all you need for a real street car. A little bit of a varying subject today besides just riding around, put some miles on the car. First of all, I would like to say, through this journey of moving over to Ford and with all of my subsequent failures, including possibly this transmission, one thing I'd like to do is give a big shout out to Xander 13 and Speed Addict 731, Pony 1992, Nova, everyone in the Mustang community as a whole that accepted me in immediately, then allowed me on a mechanical and personal level to work through the issues I was having, failure after failure after failure. And coming into this world, it's easy to ascribe that just to being Ford. I've come to the realization, or I've come to the, I don't know if realization is the best word, but I've come to believe that it wouldn't matter what manufacturer, they're all shitty. This just so happens to be my first new car. So, and I bought a 50 states legal kit, Supercharged kit. I paid an ASC certified mechanic to put it on for warranty. And it was supposed to serve the purpose that it was supposed to serve. And that is to keep me from trying to keep my 67 Camaro's racing program going. And just be able to do what I'm doing today. Don't feel good, gotta have double knee surgeries, gotta have hip surgeries, gotta have back surgery. Well, you just get in your car and ride around, have a good time. You know you're hurting. It's time to let the wrench and take a back seat. And except for, you know, some tinkering and let fun take the front seat. And as we all know, anybody's filming the channel on, or if you find this, let me tell you, I'm on my 3rd engine. Looks like my transmission may be going out. Other than TSB 7718, though, I still don't actually hold Ford at fault. And I'm glad that the Mustang community welcomed me in with open arms. A great bunch of guys allowed me to get through my cynicism and my pessimism and damn right fury at times because of my failures that I've had. But as it all comes to a close, there's a couple of things I realize. Shit, I've got my 1320. Well, economically, probably, yeah, because the car will be worth more money later on down the road. I was going, for those of you who don't know, I had a 1320 ordered. The very first day of ordering, I would have got the very first batch. It came in 5 months later, it came in my name. Anyway, my daughter's a Mustang lover, and now she's having a baby next month. And she has a 16 Mustang, her first 3 cars. I bought her first car, and then her first 3 cars she bought were all Mustangs, progressively newer. She's in a 16. And it just made sense. I sat in her car, and I'm like, wow, my big ass can fit in here. And I wasn't this big. I lost 300 pounds over 7 years, but as my knees went out, gained most of it back. At any rate, I've had a lot of things to work through, you know, because of the failures and coming from a world where I'm used to being in control of the entire situation. And I'm used to having enough knowledge just to mitigate any problems that might come up before it comes up. It's like starting over. It's starting over to a greater degree than I would have ever imagined possible. How little my experience translated over. That was probably one of the biggest surprises. But I've come full circle. If this engine gives up tomorrow, the engine as it comes from Ford is, in my opinion, not set up for boost using 93 octane. 2-to-1 compression on a paper thin, rock hard plasma bore with a cast piston that has no chance of matching its thermal expansion characteristics. Just has no chance of surviving on 93 for any period of time. At any power level. At any, you start talking about 680, 700 wheel. I just think it's a no-go. Drop back to 11, opens up your tuning window, go to your 85, and it's practically impossible to get detonation. So what it really boils down to is the piston can handle no detonation, and the cylinder doesn't like it either. So, I mean, nothing likes detonation, don't get me wrong. I'm paraphrasing, I'm speaking in generalities here. It's a secondary ringland. I've got my blower turned as slow as I can. It's still a bad son of a bitch. Is my blower system at fault because my engine's weak? I don't know. I'm turning as slow as I can. It's a bad motor fault. Blower fault? Engine fault? My fault? I don't know whose fault it is. I just know I can't turn this blower any slower with the available parts, and I'm turning it down. It's still a bad son gun. So, the good news, I have a core. Me and Edelbrock worked out what I thought was a fair deal. Splitting that cost down the middle. And that core has 900 miles on it. And I will simply buy did y'all see a GT? I don't know if it got caught on camera, but there's a GT350R. That's the one that must be the one that blew up right after this second engine blew up. I'm on my third. As soon as mine come off the rack, it went on, like completely up. I think it's a 17 or 18 model. It's not the new Predator block. Although he may have got that as a replacement, At any rate, I want to just say I just want to say thank you to just not turning your back on me and allowing me to work through it and realize, do I have the money to put clutches in this A10? Not without selling some shit, and I don't really feel like it because the car's bleeding me dry. But you know what? If I got to run clutches in the A10 to run 10s solidly and not have to worry about it, then I just will. I mean, I really hope I don't have to. And maybe Edelbrock can help me with it.
2 hours later.
But at the end of the day, I'm a transmission rebuild. I've got some suspension parts, as you know. I got the steel alignment kit. I got the cradle lockouts. I got the vertical links. I got BMR uppers, Viking doubles. I see now that I need a drag race, street strip, alignment, closer to zero, possibly positive camber. As fat as I am, I would like to see a little positive before I set in it. Just slightly positive. But I'm waiting on my buddy. He spent a bunch of money on a shop, and I'm not even trying to get out cheap. I just would like to give him the money. And my other buddy, he's so far backed up. I mean, I would have to drop the car off and leave it there 3 weeks. And that just doesn't work for me right now. I've had the car for 13 months. I've had it available to drive for a little over 3, and I just want to drive my damn car. I mean, look, you see what I'm doing. I just want to drive the car. See that beautiful horse right there in the pond? Rolling hills, blue skies. And that's a little bit of what is concerning to me, is that this is all I ever wanted. I want to be able to do this, stop, blow the tires off, make a little run for you guys now and then, and go to the track 3 or 4 times a year. Maybe meet my buddies in Memphis, my new Mustang family, online Mustang family. Do a couple events. I'm not saying I don't like to race. Jesus, I just been doing it a long time, and I wanted a well-balanced street car, and I really feel like this system is well-balanced. It's got plenty of power. By the way, if anybody's watched this far, would you please comment on my audio quality as far as my voice is concerned? If you think it's better, what it's like. But anyway, I just want to say a thank you. Actually ripped a little bit that time. Don't know why. Ought to be a pretty good log. And on that, I'm gonna log out.